Yasu Malagedo. Oh yeah, fuck, I quit smoking. Fuck. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, part 51.
So I think contestant number 3, it might be a cholo with those. How high do those flipping socks go?
You look like you were a gangster in another life, or you might be.
Potentially, I don't know.
Those are what like drug dealers like in the 90s. That's how you knew that they were. Because they would like their fucking socks on.
The higher the sock, the downer the food.
Exactly.
Her roast back.
I just feel like, why did you choose long socks rather than just like no show?
It's probably just because I'm a man, so like I wouldn't wear no-show socks.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, contestant number 3, how would you describe your sex life using the title of the book?
The giver. Because I'm a giver in the bedroom.
Not gonna lie, that kind of ate.
Period.
4 plus 4, 8, that shit 8. Contestant number 3, how long would you say your giving is?
Until the job's done. How long it takes? They never usually last that long.
How long does it usually take you?
2.5 minutes.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
that's like crazy. Actually.
Three, I like you. I like you for my girl.
That's like crazy.
Oh, it's 2 minutes more than me. Oh, it's on. Yeah, so that's from. Listen, there's tons of these clips online. You know, people they go on these. I mean, it's the new thing on YouTube over the past few years. Dating shows. They got people behind a curtain. You know, they're trying to see if they like the person or not. And there's another guy on here. I don't know if he owns all these shows. I have no idea, but this guy's funny. What's his name? David Alvarezzi. It's got 3 E's in there. I don't know if that's his real name. I don't know. He looks like Jesse Eisenberg on steroids. So, yeah, I mean, check out a lot of these clips. They're funny. But this is the new norm, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people, you know, like to do things online. I guess another version of it, you know. So, I don't know. Growing up, I had a Love Connection and the Studs and Blind Date. Yeah, Blind Date. That was a good one. That was funny. You know, they you know have a date in there, and then they would say some like, you know, great jokes. You know, like I don't know, like the 2 people would be talking like, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, great. It's nice to meet you. So, do you go out often?" Awkward pause. 3, 2, 1. Beep beep beep. Yeah, it was all right. But the point is, you know, it's the new norm. So what can I tell you? A lot of people still doing the online dating thing. Like me, you might as well. I mean, these, you know, Canadian winters can be pretty cold at times. And then it starts to warm up. And then, you know, it's like a nice 5-10 degree day. And then it's, I don't know, somehow -10 again. It snows. And I don't know, it just throws you a curveball, just like online dating. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any more of the shitty jokes, I'm going to tell you some more stories. Some of them are better than others, but I don't know. I mean, it's 51 shows at this point. So, you know, I just want to please my 3 fans and get you guys listening. But again, if you don't like this channel, I don't blame you. But go on my TikTok at Malaka Podcast or at the Malaka Podcast. Listen, go on TikTok, put in the Malaka Podcast. You'll find it. Don't worry. You'll see a guy that has a big forehead. The same shit on here. So I put up some funny clips and stuff, and you know, that's it. I'm not making any money on this. I don't know how to. But the point is, just check it out, will you? Thanks. So, there's one girl I was talking to, you know, very simple conversation. But at the same time, you look at a profile and you just, I'm not saying it's fake. Well, it's either one of 2 things. Either it's fake or she just doesn't give a shit. It's just her, you know, standing on a big wooden fence. Could be somewhere up north. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, so Ontario is, I'm assuming, filled with lots of farm life. They're going to get hit with the tariff tax very hard in the next 4 years. So good luck to them. But until then, you're going to have TikTokers lean on your fence and I don't know, to stupid music. Remember that song in the '90s? I don't know who sings it. Kiss me. Give me, it's me. All these stupid songs, and you heard them all the time in trailers for these bullshit movies, and I don't know, all these girls or guys are going on field trips, and I don't know, leaning on their own fences because they, have no lives. But I don't know where I'm going with this. But the point is, just it looks off. There's nothing in her profile, so I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm okay. She spelled okay with an E instead of an A. Good start. How are you? I'm good. And I just told her straight out. I said, listen, your profile is not saying much. And she says, because I'm shy girl. Okay, so between the spelling and the grammar, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of red flags here already. But again, let's go on. I'm like, well, what part of Toronto are you from? And she says, whatever. I mean, judging, I mean, I'm like, if you're from Toronto, you can pretty much do the math where, anyways, I'm like, your picture looks like it's from the fall. Again, it's one picture, her leaning on the fence there, I don't know, like she's like a farmer, I don't know, maybe she knows Anna Green Gables, who knows. And she's like, oh, it's, I took it with my friends when I went up north somewhere, I'm like, when was it taken? And I'm like, she's like, last year, I guess. So, I just want to just tell her, look, you're funny. I can't, I mean, what am I going to do? What am I going to do, guys? If I question her, I look like I'm asking too many questions and it looks creepy. If I don't ask something, then I'm screwed either way. So, it is what it is. And then I'm like, how's the dating site treating you? She's like, it's okay, but I haven't seen anything I like yet, which makes me feel good. And then I go, okay, what are you looking for? Question mark. And she's gone. So, again, I don't know, maybe people join this on a whim, they don't really actually put any effort into these things. I don't know. I've given up. I don't. I'm kind of like her. Like I'm sort of like half into it and half not, but I'm still trying to get a conversation going. But again, if you could put in somewhat of an effort, God, I really wish I could say the name she put up there too, because she is not living up to her name. Let me put it to you like this. If you're a praying person, Hail Mary full of who knows. But the point is, okay, put in some kind of effort. All right? I mean, even if it's a scam, cool. Just, I mean, it's better for the, story for me. Well, we're going to get to that later. But the point is, put in some kind of effort. That's all. But then sometimes you're just, sitting at home and you get a random text that just says hi. And then you look at it and you're like, well, according to the text history here, I mean, the phone number's not on my phone anymore, but it's clear that I've texted this person before. And yeah, it didn't end well. I mean, I don't think we got past the, or to the phone stage, whatever, which is what I like to do before I meet someone, talk to them on the phone, get a little vibe of what's going on, and that's it. But yeah, it just went, and I go hi back, and I sent her a voice note basically saying, hey, I don't think, I don't remember you. I don't know. I looked up, I see the name on there, but I was just hoping that she sent me a picture or something, and nothing, bupkis. And, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what the fuck do I do here. So, I'm like, do you mind sending me a picture, please? And I got nothing, and this is like after an hour goes by, hour and a half, whatever. I'm like, well, I guess we'll never know, you know. And then she messaged me, I think after like maybe like 2 hours, she goes, no thanks. So I send her the classic emoji, you know, the hand over the head there, like I got a fucking headache every time I do this, and I go, wow. So why say hi to me, you know? And I sent her a voice note saying, this is internet dating, huh? And nothing. So again, you know, I get bored too. You know, maybe she messaged the wrong person. You know, but this was like, I don't think I've talked to this person at least for a month or two, easily. Easily, it went shit really quick. So why are you messaging me? Then after all that, no thanks. It just makes no fucking sense. I'm, you know, slowly losing faith in humanity, but at the same time, guys, you know, try not to waste anyone's time. That's all. It's very simple. Speaking of simple, sometimes I come across a profile that I just find entertaining that I feel I have to share. So here we go. So she says, catching sunsets. That's how it starts. That's it. That's just one line. It looks like she's got the emoji with the sunset. You know, that's nice. Where are the old school gentlemen? Those who are generous, family-oriented, and take pride in being providers? I mean, she has a question mark at the end, so I feel I had to give the extra lift there. I truly admire a man who values tradition. I've never heard my dad asking money to mom. 50-50 is for losers. And duties. There's more, but just let me try to dissect what she said here. Okay, so I think what she's trying to say is that she's, and again, a lot of women are looking for a father figure out there or some kind of, you know, guy to take care of them, I guess. I guess that's what she's asking for. Like she's looking for a guy who doesn't ask her for money, I guess. You know, 50-50 is for losers. She does not believe in 50-50 split. So, you know, good luck winning an argument with her. And duties. So, I mean, that can mean many things. You know, a lot of people just go straight to the gutter with that one. But, you know, just I'm assuming she wants a guy just to basically, you know, run everything. Okay, so yeah, hence old school gentlemen. But then old school gentlemen, I mean, you know, they're pretty much dead, right? I mean, I don't know. It sounds like she's looking for a Donald Draper kind of type, and you know, we all know how faithful he was. You know, plus the drinking and you know, the psychological problems. Oh yeah, and the whole stealing identity of somebody else, and you know, cool Coke commercial at the end though. You know, that was you know, I'm sure that made up for it. The point is, you know, but you know what? At least she's straightforward. That's all. I personally, me personally, you know, I personally believe in 50-50 when you're in a relationship. I really do. You know, I don't see why not. I think that's what every relationship is. You know, the good ones are based on. You know, good compromise and all that. You know, some people, I don't know, they don't believe in it. So that's it. Some people like to be pampered. Then she says in quotations, the biggest flex for a man is having the ability to offer a woman the option to step away from the workforce. I value honesty and transparency, and I'm not here to waste anyone's time. Not entitled white guys. Okay, so, you know, the ending there, is she saying she doesn't want white guys, or she wants white guys, but not ones that are entitled, or, you know, I don't know, the whole, you know, like, are you open to any race kind of thing? I'm not sure where we stand on that one, but the whole other part there, you know, it's good to see the women's movement has really come a long way. the point is, guys, just you might want to watch how you come across here, with your profile. I get it, like you can always feel the anger in some of these profiles. You know what I mean? So I understand. I understand where you're coming from, but just maybe not a lot of other people don't. I don't know. She kind of looks like she's got an outfit, like kind of like Uma Thurman in Kill Bill, which is taken from Bruce Lee's last movie, of course. But I mean that could be a red flag too. I mean, she could try to kill you for the next 4 hours. We don't know, but again, be direct to what you want, which is good, which is what she's doing. But try to, I don't know, try to ease us into it. Say, hey, I'm looking for a certain thing, and it does come across as a little angry and bitchy. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, teach his own. Sometimes you just throw it out there, and you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't. Maybe she'll find her dream sugar daddy, and that's it. You'd be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, how many. Well, actually, probably a lot of you wouldn't, but what kind of? A lot of people just they just want that, and okay, that's your thing. That's your thing. So it is what it is. Like this one woman here I was talking to, I thought maybe on some level she liked me, sort of, maybe. I tend to be delusional, and we just tried to get a date together going here. We just couldn't make it work. Just I'm busy, she's busy. She has to go in, at certain times and whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is too much, But then finally I say, look, what day are you free? She says the day. What time are you free? That's it. Boom. That's it. Plain and simple. Let's do it. So that day, of course I don't hear anything back. And to be honest, I didn't hear anything for like almost a day and a half, and I'm like, okay, she's going to bail. I'm just going to work, whatever. Right. And this is the day where, ironically, she messaged me the most, where she says, she has to work and she's busy and all that. So I found that kind of weird too. And, and she's like, well, the next day I'm free. And I already told her I'm not free that day. I'm like, what if I'm busy? And I don't know. She just didn't get it. You know what I mean? So we're going back and forth here. And and I don't know. At this point, we're arguing a bit, and she's like, can't we just let it be? And, you're acting like this. And yeah, I'm like, well, I'm disappointed because you just completely disappeared on me, And she's like, I'm not taking it to the heart. And I'm like, well, why would you? You're the one that, bailed. You know what I mean? So just this back and forth and whatever. And, she says she's sorry. And, I'm like, okay, whatever, it's all fine, whatever. And let's figure something out here. And let's just make plans another day, And I'm telling her, look, if you're a spy, just tell me you're a spy. And she's like, nah, I'm just working. I'm busy. Okay, okay, whatever. And then she's like, I don't know, next day or whatever. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, we just can't get anything going. Like, she doesn't listen. She didn't know I was busy that day and blah, blah, blah. And then, again, her phone doesn't work. Sometimes you you ever send a message to somebody and then like 2 hours later it comes back as a no hit and you're like, what the fuck? Like, so, that's not helping things either. And, I don't know. She keeps laughing at my frustration and pain here, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" I mean, so now I got to take her laughing too, and I don't know. She's, I'm like, this is crazy, and and I'm like, I should be used to this by now. She's like, get used to what? And of course, that's gonna start another fight and keep going, and holy shit, just back and forth, and. I can't get anything going here. Like, just sometimes something, it just can't flow. You know what I mean? So, and then I tell her, yeah, I think you have a memory problem, and that, holy shit, again, started more shit. It's just grenades going back and forth here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going anywhere. But this is the most we've talked, so I mean, that's something. And then I'm like, okay, so again, let's try to figure something out here, you know. And then, of course, she lives on the other side of town. That makes another, you know, more possibilities. And then at one point, you know, she's like, I like you, and I'm just joking around, but I go out like, I don't, you know, like you, I like pasta, and she's like, fine, enjoy your pasta, you know, and I did today, and it was really nice, but you know, finally after all this bullshit, you know, I'm just like, okay, let's, you know, figure out what's going on, let's figure out your schedule. She works randomly, again, doesn't help. There's no consistency to nothing here, and then at one point, you know, she says, like, if I come down there, can you pay for my Uber? And I go, absolutely fucking not, you know? And then she's like, okay, you know? And I'm like, and like we talked about this before, and she said, like, if she took an Uber from my place or to my place, it would cost like $50, you know? And I'm like, and then I told her, I said, like, you ever hear of a bus? And she goes, no. And I go, you've never heard of a bus? She's like, no. I'm like, well, you know, more problems here. And I'm like, this is like fucking crazy. I mean, what is, you know, so I don't know. I guess on some level, like, I think she was really looking for a sugar daddy. And, you know, what's kind of funny is, I guess I kind of took the blinders off for a second, and she sent me 2 pictures before, you know, only 2 pictures of her. And I asked for more pictures, whatever. And of course, you know, I got nothing back, but I'm looking at this one picture she sent me. And, you know, she's telling me before, she's got to work, you know, sometimes last minute, you know, because she needs the money. She's got to work late. She told me she did one job, but then she does inventory, like, you know, and then one of the jobs, I'm like, there's no way she's working at midnight for this job. I'm not going to say what it is, but, you know, I don't know, it may or may not involve hair. And, you know, I'm like, you know, no one's doing this shit at fucking midnight, you know, and I'm like, what's going on here? So again, I'm going back to the picture here. And again, like, first of all, it looks airbrushed. Second, like, even the clothes look like they have a coat of paint. You know what I mean? I'm looking in the background. There's like, what appears to be like a Hummer, a couple other cars. She's standing up. I mean, she looks great. Don't get me wrong. But again, you know, it looks like she has a very expensive watch. God only knows how much watches cost nowadays. I mean, it could be, you know, a few hundred or whatever. Who knows? She's got a Gucci belt. Okay, now I looked up, you know, how much Gucci belts cost, and holy shit. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I sold the same belt I've had for the last 5 years, and it only cost me $20. Call me whatever you want, but I mean, the shit still works, you know. I don't know, cows are built strong, I guess, or, you know, whatever. But the point is, I looked at her specific belt, and I believe it was like $380. Okay, so for a woman that has no money, she's got some money. Then I look up the purse she has, which also has the Gucci logo on it. You know, and I'm like, okay, it could be fake. It could be fake. You know, the way she's posing, I don't think it is. And I look up the purses. Holy fuck. My God, I'm in the wrong business. You know, thousands of dollars just to carry some makeup. And I look up her purse, and her purse, you know, it's way more than the belt. Let's just say that. So, you know, and then I'm looking at the other picture, and, you know, she's got the, I don't know what it's called, I should know, because I think it's Italian, and, you know, I should know more about my people. But the Fedi, the Fedna, I don't know, whatever. Look, it looks expensive. You can tell the Roman shit, you know, of course, my people, I know good quality. Not really. But the point is, you know, and then she's got the huge Elton John glasses going. There's no way those are, you know, bought at, you know, fucking 7-Eleven. But the point is, you know, come on. You know, make, you know, again. So this one, you know, I respect, because at least, you know, well, actually, no, I don't, because it took a while for me to figure out the scam here. But at the same time, you know, like, even at the end, I checked her all this, you know, or text her all this, like, you know, I just said, fuck it, another paycheck, you know. And I'm like, again, you never heard of a bus, you know, and you can afford a Gucci belt, but you can't afford Uber. And, the buses are fine nowadays. As long as you don't find one where somebody spilled some milk on it. Hopefully, it's milk. And I'm giving her shit about her job there, and it's just fucking crazy. Like I'm just like nothing's adding up, and of course she disappears. Nothing. And what's weird is I called her a few times. She has 2 different voicemails, which again, red flag. But it's just crazy, man. It really is. So you gotta have your guard up. All right, but I've learned 2 things. 1, I can never afford Gucci, and 2, some people are just they feel they're way too big for the bus, and I'm way too big for the bus, but that's a matter of size. But it's just more like, my God, I don't know. You'd like to think that not every woman out there is looking for a paycheck. You want to give them credit. You really do. But at the same time, stuff like this is definitely, it's not helping. And lastly, I'll tell you what's really not helping is when you try to make plans with somebody and they just all of a sudden, let me explain. So, meet this one person. Well, I'll talk to her online, whatever, get the number, start texting a little bit, talking. Everything's good. Everything's great. Good looking woman. All right? Everything's fine. How are you? I do this, I do that, blah, 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 And we're going to meet up one day. It's all planned out, here we go. Let's do it, And then, of course, something happens. What happens? I don't know. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I'm not sugarcoating this. I'm not hiding anything from you guys. All these stories I tell you are absolutely 100% true. I don't bullshit about nothing. You can tell some of these stories are fucking not as good as the other ones. So, if I was going to lie, they'd be a lot better. But, again, everything's all set up to go. Had a good little rapport back and forth. It's all good. And then I get a message that morning. Good morning. Or so I thought. I think you're a great guy. Uh-oh. But it's not the kind of relationship that I'm looking for. Again, not the best grammar. I'll let it go. Take care and good luck. And she's doing this, hours before we're going to meet. And then I messaged her back, like, I never mentioned a relationship. I've never even met you yet. What do you mean? You're going to have to explain. Because I have no idea what she's talking about, like relationship. And like last time I talked to her, it was just, very simple stuff. Like, hey, I'm working and I got to do this. Yeah, like that's it. Just nothing too crazy, right? Whatever. I'm, whatever. Helping my family. Yeah, it's good. And then I always get confused by this. Like if I'm such a good guy, then why would you do this to me a few hours before, right? And I'm like, some answers would be nice, and I don't think she's making any sense. And then she messages me back. She goes, I'm not interested to know you more. Thank you for your time. I don't know. Now all of a sudden I'm a fucking priest. But straight. I'm kidding. But then again, spotlight. The point is, I'm still wondering, like, what kind of relationship, like, what does that mean? Like, we never even mentioned the word relationship. So, I don't know. Again, maybe it's either one of 2 things. Either she's completely nuts or it's a scam. And again, and here's the irony, ladies and gentlemen. The same profession that she told me she did was exactly the last story that I told you before. And both these, would appear to be lovely ladies, just happened most recently. So now I'm starting to wonder, like, every time someone says they work in the, the hair industry, I mean, and I get it. Like, it's probably not the best job. I mean, sometimes it could be fun, if you work with people. But then, I don't know, women have told me stories where, they work with people, they rent the chair and then they got to put up with other people they hate, and then they badmouth them, and blah, 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 blah. You know, it's a toxic work environment, and maybe they're just looking for a guy to sweep them off their feet and, you know, be rich and have hair and just, you know, get them out of this fucking situation. Well, I'm sorry, that's not me. I don't, you know, I kind of made fun of myself even, you know, in the last few seconds there. But the point is, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know how many more scams I can put up with. I mean, yeah, I could do a few more. The point is just, you know, ladies, if something happened to you in your life and, you know, you're trying to get that paycheck or, you know, whatever, this isn't 1992. OnlyFans, that's it. Just go on there. Go, you know, have a good time. I'm going to do a podcast about that one day. Why not, you know? There's tons of Malakas. You can, you know, say, hey, you know, I do hair, but, you know, I want to get the fuck out of the fake wig business and, you know, just, yeah, I don't want to do shit and, you know, can you give me some money for, you know, wearing, you know, this kind of colored wig, and it makes me look different, you know, than your wife who is, you know, downstairs, you know, thinking that you're changing for brunch. And, you know, Jesus, just, my God, there's so many more opportunities. Just make the lie real, if that makes any sense. And stop, you know, with these bullshit little scams. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if they're for sure scams, but it sounds like it. You know, it just, you know, this is why I'm very glad I shave my own hair, and I don't have to go to, you know, barbers or saloons or whatever anymore to, you know, put up with this crazy madness that happens at these places. And my God, the tension, you know, the other, you know, Spanish ladies, you know, when they look at each other and some shit goes down, and I don't know, they're saying something about me, and I don't know, I don't think puta is a good word, but the point is, just stop it, grow the fuck up, and grow up. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another almost hair-free episode, well, real hair, whatever, of Computer Love, part 51.
She's bald! Bald. What do you think I mean, bald? Bald! Bald, bald! She's bald? She's bald!
Come on!
Oh, come on? No, come on! She took off her hat, and there she was. Hello! It's like I was looking at myself in the mirror.
Well, maybe she got a haircut or something.
Hey, you know, let me tell you something. No one walks into a beauty parlor and says, give me the Larry Fine.
Women go bald?
Yeah, I've heard of that. I mean, they usually wear a wig.
Hey.
You fixed me up with a bald woman.